English 10 flict. 1. Root and etymology. Root different key 1. Flict comes from the Latin verb fligere, meaning to strike or to hit. The root flict is found in English, words that carry the sense of striking, hitting, or causing distress. 2. Inflected forms. The root flict does not have direct inflected forms, but appears in various derivatives as part of verbs, nouns, and adjectives such as conflict, afflicted, inflicting, etc. 3. Derivatives. Conflict, contogether, flick, strike. Conflicting, conflicting, present participle adjective. Afflict, after, toward, flick, strike. Affliction, afflict, ion, noun, suffix. Inflicting on upon, flick, strike. Infliction, inflict, ion, noun, suffix. 4. Explanation and example sentences for each derivative. 1. Conflict, contogether, flick, strike. Definition A. Serious disagreement or argument. A clash or struggle between opposing forces. Example sentences. The conflict lasted for years. They tried to avoid conflict at work. Is there a conflict between your schedules? The story is about a family conflict. Conflicts often arise over money. International conflict can lead to war. He felt inner conflict about his choice. The conflict ended peacefully. Their goals are in conflict. Conflicts must be resolved quickly. She manages conflict well. Was the conflict necessary? The conflict between teams was intense. We discuss conflict resolution. There is a conflict in the data. Conflicts can harm relationships. He faced conflict with his parents. Are you comfortable with conflict? The conflict escalated last night. They addressed the root of the conflict. 2. Conflicting, conflict, and present participle adjective. Definition being in opposition, incompatible, clashing. Example sentences. They have conflicting opinions. The 2 reports are conflicting. She felt conflicting emotions. Are the instructions conflicting? Conflicting schedules cause problems. He received conflicting advice. The evidence is conflicting. There are conflicting views on the topic. Their interests are conflicting. Conflicting signals confuse the team. He faces conflicting demands. The witnesses gave conflicting statements. The data is conflicting. She has conflicting commitments. Are your priorities conflicting? There were conflicting versions of the story. Conflicting results slowed progress. He struggled with conflicting desires. The committee has conflicting goals. Conflicting policies created confusion. 3. Afflict, after, toward, flick, strike. Definition: to cause pain, suffering, or distress to someone or something. Example sentences. Many people are afflicted by illness. She is afflicted with chronic pain. Poverty afflicts millions worldwide. Was he afflicted by the disease? The region is afflicted by drought. War afflicts innocent civilians. He was afflicted with guilt. Famine afflicts the country. Are you afflicted by allergies? Her family was afflicted by tragedy. The city is afflicted by pollution. The patient is afflicted with a rare disorder. He was afflicted by nightmares. Old age afflicts the body. The village is afflicted by floods. She is afflicted by anxiety. Hunger afflicts children in the area. He is afflicted with doubt. The area is afflicted by crime. She was afflicted with loneliness. 4. Affliction, afflict, ion, noun, suffix. Definition: something that causes pain. Suffering or distress, a state of pain or misery. Example sentences. She suffers from a serious affliction. Poverty is a common affliction. The disease is a terrible affliction. Is addiction considered an affliction? They help people with physical afflictions. His affliction was invisible to others. Grief is an emotional affliction. The affliction spread quickly. The program supports those with afflictions. He overcame his affliction through therapy. The doctor treats rare afflictions. Is loneliness an affliction? Her affliction was cured. They studied the causes of affliction. Affliction can strike anyone. He spoke about his affliction openly. That affliction runs in the family. There is hope for every affliction. The affliction affected her daily life. She learned to live with her affliction. Why five? Inflicting upon flick, strike. Definition: to cause something unpleasant or painful to be suffered by someone or something. Example sentences. The storm inflicted damage on the city. He inflicted pain on himself. Did the war inflict suffering on civilians? She inflicted her views on others. The accident inflicted injuries. He inflicted harm on the environment. The disease inflicted great loss. Why did they inflict punishment so harshly? The policy inflicted hardship. He tried not to inflict his problems on friends. The army inflicted heavy losses. She inflicted guilt with her words. Inflicted wounds can take time to heal. The new rules inflicted stress. They inflicted fear with their threats. Can words inflict pain? He inflicted his anger on everyone. The virus inflicted illness worldwide. The decision inflicted disappointment. Natural disasters inflict suffering. 6. Infliction inflict ayo noun suffix. Definition: the act of causing pain or suffering. Something imposed as a punishment or burden. Example sentences. The infliction of pain is cruel. Infliction of punishment must be fair. Did he regret the infliction of harm? The law prevents the infliction of torture. The infliction of wounds was deliberate. She objected to the infliction of suffering. Is the infliction of stress necessary? The infliction of penalties was swift. He is responsible for the infliction of damage. Infliction of guilt can be damaging. The infliction of loss was unavoidable. They discussed the infliction of taxes. The infliction of control limits freedom. She feared the infliction of more pain. Infliction of injuries was reported. He avoided the infliction of blame. The infliction of sadness was unintended. The infliction of hardship shaped their lives. Infliction of fear is common in bullying. The infliction of rules was strict.